What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kick On Rugby channel. What a round. What another week of Six Nations. I'm not going to do a fantasy team video this week because there's no games this weekend. I'll do that next weekend. So I thought I'll do team of the week because it's kind of similar. I want to be putting the best players in my fantasy team, but not this week. So I'll do a team of the week. What a round it was. I asked the question, could round 2 live up to the hype of round 1? And I think it did. Man, there was controversy. There was a comeback story. There was a good old-fashioned thumping in the Ireland-Italy game. So France obviously beat Scotland 20-16. England come back right at the end to edge out Wales 16-14. And Ireland left a couple of tries out there and still won 36-0 over Italy. But we're going to get into my team of the week. And guys, please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who would you replace out? Who would you have differently? Obviously, my team of the week is not going to be your team of the week, but mine's going to be pretty good. Pretty damn good. All right, let's start at number 1. In the front row, my man from Scotland, Pierre Schoeman. Man is a beast, a tank. Gets through a ton of work. Obviously loves to scrum, but loves all the other shitty work that no one else wants to do. Hitting rucks, making tackles. Obviously does really well for for Scotland, carrying the ball. So he's jumped into my number 1 position there. Number 2, goes without saying, you could probably guess it, Dan Sheehan. Just how good is he? Scored 2 tries. I called that a double. 1 was out on the wing. I was thinking 2 were going to be from mauls. He got 1 off the maul. But such an elusive, such a good player, such a good hooker. Kind of reinventing that hooker position, that style of play being that 4th loose trio, that 4th back rower almost, hanging out on in the 15s and making just causing damage down there with ball in hand. He's a weapon. Number 3, to finish out the front row, Will Stewart from England, going off his round 1 performance and then backing it up again in round 2. Just getting through a ton of work. Carries a lot for a front row forward. Obviously loves to scrum. There was obviously question marks around him even starting. Ellis Genge being injured kind of gave him that spot, and he's held on to it. I think maybe they might swap Joe Marler out to bring Ellis Genge in, and Will Stewart might hold down that number 3 jumper. He was really good for me again. Going into the second row, I've got how good has Joe McCarthy been? My number 4 for team of the week, round 2. He's been so good. Man of the match performance in round 1. And round 2 is his defensive reads out of this world. Swims past the defender, smashes the guy with the ball and all tackles. Obviously gets around the park with carries, does really well with that. He's good with his footwork before contact. Great player. Then his locking partner, Cameron Woki for France, also gets through the donkey work, man. Loves a line out, which is what you want your locks to do. It gets through a ton of work. Hits rucks, makes his tackles, and is good with ball in hand. You want that. Then my back rowers. This was a tough one to call, but I've got at number 6, Alex Mann from Wales. Holy, what a shift he put in a losing team, but what a shift. Not big, not the biggest loose trio or back rower you'll see, but gets through so much work. Punches well above his weight. Does really well with ball in contact. Makes a ton of tackles. Scored a beautiful try on the weekend as well. He comes in at number 6 for me. Number 7, Caelan Doris. Captained Ireland to a good, convincing win over Italy. Gets through a ton of work. I was gonna put Cannon in there, but I like Caelan Doris at 7 flank. And then Ben Earl at 8, got man of the match, scored a beautiful try off the back of a scrum, like he was playing with his younger brother's team. Just had 3 or 4 guys on his back and still got over the line. Gets through a ton of work. That's what you want from your forward pack. Get through a ton of work. Be busy. Not just look busy, but be busy. Be effective when you've got the ball in hand or in contact. And Ben Earl does that nicely. I've gone for the combination for 9 and 10. Ben White and Finn Russell. You guys probably think otherwise. I thought their combination worked really well. Yes, they were on a losing team, but Finn Russell kicked 4 from 4, I think it was, or 5 from 5. Captained the side really well. Rory Dodge was back there to help him, but I thought he's just the magician. Finn Russell, I love him at 10. He knows exactly what he wants from his team. His team knows what they want from him. Ben White obviously compliments him well. Really crisp, clean pass. I almost gave it to Jamison Gibson Park just for his 20-minute or whatever it was cameo, because he was really good, but did not play enough minutes for me. I think Ben White gets that. His box kicking is phenomenal. Sometimes didn't work out too well. I think Finn Russell sometimes overplayed his hand with kicking out of hand, but still got a 50-22 in there. Did Finn Russell this is, and attacks. His attacking kicks really puts teams under pressure with the execution of those kicks. He does that really well. My wingers, I've gone for James Lowe on the left wing and Louis Bele-Beret on the right wing. James Lowe, again, that left boot clears the ball nicely, gets Ireland out of trouble a lot of times, and with ball in hand, devastating. Strong, powerful, fast as well off the mark. Scored a beautiful try down the edge there. And my other wing, Louis Bele-Beret. Oh, magician. Magic with a wand. Chip chase with a left foot. Regathers to score to then put France ahead. That France-Scottish game was crying out for a bit of magic, and Bele-Beret pulls that out. What a moment, and something he'll remember forever. He cracks it in my team of the week. Centers, I've gone with Fraser Dingwall and Gael Fiku, both scoring tries. I thought Dingwall did really well with. He got run over, I think once or twice by George North, but geez, who doesn't? George North, such a big body. Fraser Dingwall getting his body in front of there, really trying to make those. Did everything right when Lowe still got run over a couple times, I thought, but for his second test, did really well. Does well in taking the ball up to the line, footwork before the line, sets that platform for England. Gael Fiku, couple of line breaks, should have scored a second try. Duan van der Merwe tackled him like 2 meters out from the line. But I thought he was back to the old way of Gael Fiku playing. His first round didn't get a lot of chances or opportunities against Ireland, but really showed his worth against Scotland. And then fullback, this was another tough one. There was a lot of fullbacks that played really well, but I've gone with Freddie Stewart, safe as houses at the back. I do think he knocked his first ever knock-on. He made his first ever knock-on on the weekend. So I was almost like, do I pick him? But he did really well at the back there. There was, again, question marks coming into the Six Nations of who do they pick there. Do they go for someone more attacking? But I think Freddie Stewart has really cemented his spot at fullback there. Special mentions to Harry Patterson for Scotland, who debuted. Excellent debut. Cameron Winnett for Wales on his second game. He's been playing out of his skin as well. And then Hugo Keenan for Ireland he had a phenomenal game as well at the weekend. But I went with Freddie Stewart. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is my team of the week. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe, because this is when I normally drop my fantasy picks. But I'll be back next week with that. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.